Okay, guys, so now you're gonna do a little exercise and it's gonna be very good for you. We're gonna do an exercise about limiting beliefs together. Okay, we're gonna do it together. So make sure you take a pen and paper and stay with me. This is very important. Don't click out, do this exercise, please. It's gonna really help you. So, the first thing I wanna say is when it comes to limiting beliefs, you are going to be so certain that these are facts and you have to kind of see why they're not, and trust me, they are not. So you have to prove to your brain that these are not facts, because your brain is very stubborn and it loves evidence, right? It does. Okay, so for example, not so long ago there was this little, if you remember, this little device for face cleansing, like a Clarisonic brush and other types of similar brushes. I don't remember the names of all of them. But basically, there was a belief that you can't clean your face without this brush. It doesn't. It removes more bacteria. Blah blah blah. It just gives a deeper cleanse. You're gonna have cleaner skin. And everybody was crazy about these brushes and everybody was using them and scrubbing their faces with them because that will make you more beautiful, that will make your face more clear, that will make your acne go away, that will kill all the bacteria on your face that cause acne, blah blah blah. Fast forward to today. Now those brushes, I don't know if they even exist anymore. Maybe, but nobody uses them. They are not being influenced upon you. And now we know that these brushes are way too abrasive for our skin and can actually, make your acne worse, make your skin texture worse. They're just too much. Also, they probably can't be sanitized properly, so they are causing more bacteria instead of reducing bacteria and all these things. And this is a fact, right? If you remember, this is a fact. And back in the day, all the influencers were like raving about them. They're the best. Everybody was like wanting one, having one, scrubbing their face with one. And now it's the opposite story. Now everybody is double cleansing. Nobody uses those brushes anymore. Everybody is way more gentler with their skin. So this is clearly an example of something that used to be a belief, and not just from some people, but majority of the people were having this belief. And why? Because it was so popular, because it was all over the place. Everybody was influencing you to buy one and telling you your face is going to look so much better, and everybody wanted to have clear skin, so everybody was using it. So clearly, that was not a real belief, was it? It was not a fact, but everybody thought it was, right? And there are a million of other examples I can give you about things like this. For example, tanning. Tanning used to be so popular in the 80s and 90s. Everybody was tanning and everybody was having a tan. It was just gorgeous and it was healthy. It was considered very healthy. The sun was considered very healthy, and tanning as well. And nowadays, all of those ladies that used to tan, well, not all of them, but some of them, are having, hyperpigmentation, skin cancers, all sorts of things, because, hey, this was not a fact. It was not true. This belief was not indeed a true belief. And sun is not healthy for you. Tanning, of course, sun is important for us. I'm not saying it's unhealthy, but tanning is not healthy for you. And it has been proven. And now everybody avoids tanning, right? Everybody avoids the sun. Everybody wears sunblocks, which they didn't in the 80s and 90s. Nobody wore them. Nobody cared. So, another thing, right? And we could go on and on and on about this. So, the reason why I'm mentioning this, these things that used to be common beliefs, so generations believed in these things, is because I want to show you that your beliefs may not be facts and may not be true, even though you're so convinced they are. Because everybody was for decades convinced that tanning was healthy and great for the skin, and it's not. Okay, so now that you have opened up your mind a bit, I want you to take that piece of paper and that pen that you have prepared, and I want you to write your limiting beliefs about whichever area we are working on. So if it's relationships and love, you're going to be doing for that area. If it's around money, which we have talked about in the last audio, you're going to write your limiting beliefs about money. So if you are a woman, you're going to write your limiting beliefs that you have in general about men, about relationships, but mostly about men. The reason why you're not going to be focusing this on your ex is because it comes from before. So just in general about men. If you are a man, you're going to be writing your limiting beliefs about women. So, some of the very popular ones are all women want money. If I don't have a bunch of money, no women will want me. And a lot of men are so convinced that this is true. And it's not. Us ladies, we know it's not. Absolutely, there are some women that really want a man with a lot of money. That's a fact. That's how this limiting belief became a belief, because it is partially true. But it's just some women. It's not all women, and it's not the majority of women. So, what else do guys often think? Oh yeah, they tend to think that dating is so much easier for women than for men, which indeed is, again, partially true, but you have to think about it. Is it really? Yeah, women will get more opportunities, and more men will kind of, approach them, DM them, whatever. But guys, come on, majority of these men will only want to have sex with them, use them for sex and things like that. So it's not easy for women to date and to find the right guy for a committed relationship. A lot of them end up in situationships, in, relationships that are not what they wanted. So just by being a really nice guy that wants a committed relationship, you are in advantage, and you should really, really find yourself, just tell yourself, I want a relationship. So women, they love men that want commitment, and they do. So, now, women, or let's see your limiting beliefs that are the most common about men. All men cheat. That's a very popular one. Again, no, they don't. Some men cheat, yes, not all men. So obviously, we are going for the ones that don't cheat, and there's a lot of them that want to be loyal and great and wonderful. And trust me, both with men and women, with my experience with clients, I can tell you that there's so many wonderful men and women out there. And it's absolutely not true. The limiting beliefs you have, again, I apologize about my voice. Like I said, I've been talking this whole day, and it's so hard for me to speak, but I really want to do this audio so I don't forget tomorrow. Anyways, there are so many wonderful men and women, trust me. Then another popular belief that women tend to have is all the good men are taken. Yeah, sure, there are good men, but they are all taken, right? I can't find one because they're all taken. Not true. They're not all taken. And, people break up all the time, get divorced all the time. So, even if they were taken, they might get untaken. So that's a fact. So they're not all taken. And, whatever else you may be thinking about men or women, write it down and then explain to yourself that that is not true. That yes, some men are like that, or yes, some women are like that. There are all kinds of people, obviously. So partially it will be true, but not all of them are like that. There's great ones as well. Same thing, if you're having issues around money, you're going to be writing down, money is bad or money is hard to make, money doesn't grow on trees, and then you're going to be changing that because those are not facts. Yes, for some people it can be hard to make money, but it doesn't have to be, because it's just energy. And if you think it's hard, and if you are desperate and needy for it, and then you're chasing it, it's the same as it is with men and women. You're chasing it then, and that's why it's not coming to you, it's not flowing to you. So guys, today in this exercise, I want you to change your limiting beliefs. I want you to understand that your beliefs are not true. They are not facts. Okay, that's the first part of the exercise. Now, the second part, after you do that, you're going to do this. So the second part is putting yourself in the right vibration, aligning yourself with that. So think about, what version of yourself would you want to be? And what version of yourself do you think you would be in a perfect relationship? Or if you had money, if you had more money, what version you would be? And write it down. Okay? And then after that, you're going to be working on becoming that version. So when you write your version, the area you're having trouble with is love, I want you to focus on other things as well, not just how you would treat your partner. I want you to focus on, just in general, the person you would be. I would have my own, my own things going on, my own hobbies, my own friends, everything. And to live that life, to start living that life, to actually start becoming that version. So the point is not just to write things down and, read them sometimes. The point is to change those limiting beliefs, understand that they are limiting you, that they are not true, they are not facts, and then change them into something that is a fact. And it's a fact that not all men cheat. And it's a fact that not all women are after money. Those are facts. They are. Okay. And then when it comes to you and the version you want to become, you're actually going to be becoming that version. Because it shouldn't be something that's just in your dreams. You can be that version, and you should be that version. So I hope everybody is going to do this, because it's going to be very helpful. And yeah, love you guys.